right, you know what time it is. Hell yeah. Is it Sunday? Hell yeah. Are you ready to watch some Dave Yourself channel? Hell yeah. And I do appreciate that. Thank you so much. So excited to see everybody, although I can't technically see you. But you'll be able to see me, and that's really all that matters. If you think about it, that is all that matters. I'm going to put on my space goggles here. See how this works? Oh, it's kind of messing with my hat, but that's all right. I'm going to do what I can for you. Tell me what you're thinking about that sound. I'm going to use my $7 microphone set again. $7. Ridiculous. Oh, fart machine. Already trying to do its thing. Yeah. That kind of show. Here we go. Here we go indeed, my friends. Welcome to another episode of the Dave Yourself channel. I'm going to call it Sundave. It's 7. Sundave. You like that? Sure you do. Why wouldn't you? There's not enough Dave representation, so yeah. Hey, what do you say we go and jump into that main intro video? Yeah, let's get out of this lobby. Let's do that. Hey, Dave, go ahead and kick that intro video. There it is. Oh, yeah. Now we're talking. That's right, it's Sunday. The end of your week. You could have had a great week. You could have had a shit week. It doesn't matter. You found yourself here tonight. And guess what's going to happen? Well, stuff you have not seen all week. I can tell you that for sure. Guaranteed. I'm going to go ahead and start this for 2025. If you've seen content on my channel or on other people's channels that are trying to be the Dave Yourself channel, you let me know. I'll hit you up with some extra prizes. We all know nobody doesn't give a damn about trying to imitate this channel. And that's why I have the niche market for the RC channels. Can you go to other channels like Cliff Harvey and things like that and learn stuff? Hell yeah. Can you come here and just forget about your brain and just watch somebody trying to put something on without any gremlins? Hell yeah. Because it's Sunday. Sit down at 7. We're coming up with a new name in 2025. This is probably the last time you're going to see this particular name. But yeah, so there you go. Sunday, sit down at 7. For now, well, let's go ahead and get ready to get into this show. Because what we have here is a guy you're all familiar with. And do a little jimbity jam here. Go ahead and just shake my booty just a little bit right here at the end. Oh, yeah. Come on now. Oh, yeah. Oh, it started over. Well, that's not the way it's supposed to. Let's go ahead and jump into it. Forget about it. Welcome to the Dave Yourself Show. My name is Dave. This is my channel. Tonight is another episode of Sunday Sit Down at 7 or Sundave at 7. That's right. Oh, that's right. I'm going to go ahead and take these off here because they are impeding my hat wearing. And, well, got to keep my hat going. As you notice, I changed it. It doesn't say 2024 anymore. It says 2025. That's right. That's what you can do with a little bit of a thing of duct tape, white duct tape and a red Sharpie. There you go. All right. A little behind the scenes Dave action. Now you know. That is right. Did I get another hat? No. Why did I do that? When I could Dave it yourself, this hat. 2025. All right. And it's a little wet here in Georgia, so we got some snow impending. Not till the end of the week, but, you know, we'll see how that works out. I have my microphone right here clipped on my hat. Hopefully that sounds good for you. We'll find out. According to the OBS, the green bar sliding on the thing, yep. Seems like it's doing all right. Is it? I don't know. You know, and when will I know? in about 2 hours and 8 minutes. But for right now, you know, and you know the best way for me to find out what you're thinking, let's check that chickadee chat. There we go. There it is. There's that chickadee chat. Hey, chickadee chat. All right, so let me go ahead and put on my glasses. Zoop, my new ones. Ooh, I know. They're super shiny. Still have the new glasses smell. They're great. And you know how funny that is if you've been on this channel a long time. I have no sense of smell. All right, so anyway, let's go ahead and scroll up here and let's take a look. Now, I did put a little comment here, and I'm probably going to have to, let's try this a little bit. Zoopity zoop, bring it on down. There it is. All right, we can kind of see what we got going on there. So I said tonight, we'll go over the big list. So tonight's the big list. So everybody that was on this sheet of paper, front and back, are now on an official list that we're going to show tonight on the show. I know, it's exciting. And because of that, you can see in this comment right here at the top. Well, up here at the top. Nope, still cutting it off. You get it, right up here at the top. All right, so big list of contestants. Speaking of that, how many contestants are there? You get 3 guesses only. 3 guesses only. All right, so let me go ahead and scroll this up a little bit here, and we'll start off with Rich M, who may or may not still be in the house. Hopefully he is. But he says 15, 13, and 17. Nope. All right, so CBO Hobo says 16, 18, and 21. Nope. And then we have Keith Christie, who says 22, 23, and 24. Nope. And then we have Michael Reitza, who's in the house, saying 11, 12, and 14. Well, nope. I can just tell that right off the bat. Lyndon Stewart's in the house. Hey, Lyndon. Good to see you, sir. Thank you so much for being here. And thank you so much to CBO Hobo, Keith Christie, Michael Reitza, as well as Rich M for also being in the chat so far. So thank you so much for all of that. Let's see what Lyndon had to say. I'm always beaten to the punch. One day I'll be first on the Dave It Yourself show. Well, all right. So here's the clue for that, Lyndon. I try to be pretty predictable to make it easy on you. I have a propensity for loving to give you stuff for no reason. No reason. Here's a gift. That's what I do. I know. Makes no sense. Does it work for my checkbook? No. Does it work for me having to get out in the car and mail stuff? No. But it's for you. Does it matter what I think? No, it does not. So it's all about you. So here you know. So usually on Sundays, here's the rule of thumb, as it would be. So on Sundays, I usually try to post the show, go ahead and put it on the thingamadoo, YouTube, to let them know I'm going to go live at 7 o'clock. Usually try to do that around noon Eastern Standard Time. So I give myself a personal window of noon to 2 in case I happen to be running errands, helping the folks, whatever. Noon to 2. If you don't see it by say 2:30, something maybe not be doing the show. But if you always check for noon, 12 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, and wherever you are on the planet, do the calculation to figure when now that is, put it in your phone on Sundays, set an alarm, and then have it go off 10, 15 minutes beforehand, get ready to go. Boom. You can be first. But just so you know, being first today does not matter because none of these guys have gotten it right so far. All right. Speaking of getting it right, let's continue to scroll down. Let's see what we've got here. All right. So, Lynn, it's good to see you. GB says 8, 10, and 19. Nope. All right. And then we have Jeff and Lower Alabama says 23, 24, and 27. And then if I carry the 1 and then, nope. And then Jason Hansen says B13 again, Dave. I don't think that's part of this question, but thank you, Jason, for being here, as well as Jeff and GB Linden. Thank you so much. Boss223, 13. Dave, big wonder store dumping snow here. Oh, that sucks. But I say it sucks. However, if you happen to have, I don't know, maybe like an Armacentin, maybe a Traxxas Rustler, maybe something to that effect. Yeah, snow can be pretty sweet. So think of it as possibly a win. All right, so let's jump in here. State of emergency, interstate shutdown. Boss 223 is saying, oh my goodness. Yeah, it's that time of year, folks. It's that time of year. Victor RC Jets is in the house. What's up, brother? Good to see you. Sunny and 65 here in Southern California. Wow. Way to rub it in, bro. Way to just rub it in. 65 here. Stop your bitching. Damn. Well, I'm glad to hear it's 65 there. Oh, that's awesome. All right, so let's see what else we have. Love RC's in the house. How you doing, sir? Good to see you. Oh no, snow is flying. Oh no, you guys got snow. We might have some on Friday, which sort of throws a monkey wrench in my works, because tonight's obviously the reveal of how many people we have in the big end of the year giveaway. And then I was planning on, because I'm off 2 days next weekend, to do the stunt, as it would be called. Speaking of that, what it is called, and let me just check my notes here. What it is called, because I thought it was super clever, so I wanted to make sure I wrote it down. But what it is called is ATV gas. ATV gas. I know. You're like, what? Ask the viewers about the giveaway stunt. Yes, that's how my mind works. So we're going to talk about ATV gas tonight. Ask the viewers. That's you, not me. That's you. What are we going to do? How are we going to give it away? I've got some ideas, but I want to hear how your minds work. Could be scary, to be honest. Could be scary. However, I'm still interested. So let's see how this works out. All right, so we're going to talk about that here in a bit. We got some other things here. Let's see. So Lori Bellhumer, no, I'm just saying that's Lori. That's Love RC. Keith Chris is in the house. Good to see you, sir. Let's see. There's Lori. There she is. All right, there we go. That makes sense. And then CTRC Flying. Good to see you, sir. Thank you so much. Keith Chris is in the house. Thank you, sir, for being here as well. Making a note about Victor. So I'm assuming Victor's in the house as well. So we'll say hello to Victor. And then let's see, Rogers. Hey, Kenny, good to see you. Just watched an air tractor video for Jeff and Laura, Alabama. I need to check that one out. I may have been a little on the preoccupied side to say today. Sorry. Oh, there's Mom. Hey, Mom, good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. Greatly appreciate you being part of the show. Who else we got here? We got Jeff, Keith, Paul McNeil. There's Paul. Hey, buddy, good to see you. There's Lori again. Good to see you. What's up, everybody? Paul says, Keith, most likely Forest 3S. Okay. Talking about some batteries. Let's see who else we got here. Let's scroll it on down. Rogers just finished rebuilding the fuse of my Owl Jet 80. Be interested to see how that works out. Looking for that video, buddy. Who else we got here? Barb Hanson's in the house. Hey, Barb, good to see you. Thank you so much for being here. I do have a revised bingo list tonight. I know last weekend I was like, next week, bingo list empty. Yeah, I didn't do that. But what I did do is I added the folks that are like on the sheet of paper from earlier, such as like Sherry Everett, Barb Hanson, Miss Fifth Area, Hangar 50, Area 51, Hangar 51. But if you know Kenny, Area 51 may not be too far off. Then we got, of course, Bobby there with Dead Stick and Kenny Leamy, number 43 there. So I did add those, and I also added a couple crazy entries in there. And then what I also did was made sure each number or letter had at least one blank spot in case, somebody new showed up tonight and was like, what is this craziness about? Why have I not been checking the show out? Oh, I can play tonight? Oh, yeah, I want that number. So those are in there for you. All right, so here we go. We got Paul McNeil, Jeff and Lori Alabama. Lori, there's CTRC. Paul McNeil, there's my mom. Love RC's in the house. What's up, buddy? No one has rubber dog shit from Hong Kong. Oh, I'm glad you mentioned that. Damn it. I just bought. Dang it. I think it's in the house. Shoot. Anyway, I just bought some new rubber dog shit. It is like it's not like the hard plastic rubber dog poos that I've sent you before that I get like at Dollar General. This stuff is mushy. Doesn't break apart in your hands or anything, but it's mushy. Like real flesh, like if you know what I'm talking about, real flesh. It's like that, but dog poo shaped. So I have that. So literally that's one of those things I would just stick to the card because they are that sticky. So I'm glad you mentioned that there, Love RC. So we do have new rubber shit from Hong Kong, rubber dog shit from Hong Kong in the Dave Show channel. Because you know, like me, I like to keep it fresh. Yeah. You know, it's dog shit. So, you know, as fresh as it can be. Shadow Ops is in the house. What's up, buddy? Polyphomatitis lovers, what's up? Yep, yes, sir. 8 Ball, better behave. Oh, glad you mentioned that, Shadow Ops. You know what? Let me get out of that. Oh, here I go, clicking something. Shadow Ops, you know that? Now that you mentioned the 8 Ball, let's ask it a question. All right, so earlier, what did I ask it? I asked it something simple, and its answer was, what did it say here? Okay, so I basically asked it earlier, how will the show go off without a hitch? And it did say most likely. So, is that the case? Or will we have gremlins? We'll find out. All right, well, now that we're here, let's ask a new question. All right, so I had a question I want to ask it. I already got my list all made up. Oh, that's right, because I did mention a word last week because I am tricky. All right, so Magic 8 Ball, will anybody be able to guess the word, the magic word, the Pee Wee Herman magic word of the day, the magic word of the Dave from last week? Will they be able to guess it? Magic 8 Ball, tell me what the answer is. Damn it. And it sits on the cusp. You see what I'm talking about? This is not me doing this. Oh, it's sitting on the cusp. Come on, man. How is that even a thing? Oh, there we go. All right, let's see what we got here. All right, come on. Let's flatten it out. Flatten it out now. Oh, what do we have here? All right, so that says, let me look at it so I can look at it. It's trying to flip around some. Don't want to lose it. It's trying to lose itself. Damn it, this 8 Ball. Oh, now it's got another answer. It wasn't quite sure. Oh, this one says, it called me. It called me on my BS. Concentrate and ask again. No, we're not doing that. But thanks for suggesting that. But we're not doing that. We're going to go back to the main show here. Screw you, 8 Ball. We'll check back on you later. We were just checking in because Shadow Ops was like, oh, that 8 Ball better behave. Well, maybe it is. Maybe it says, oh, I don't want to give you an answer. Shadow Ops might be mad. I get it. All right, so let's make sure that we have everything going on here. So we do have that going on. We've got a new little segment tonight as well. It's a little spin on the joke of the Dave. What we're going to do, because it's 2025 and all, you know, AI is a thing. And before it becomes too much of a thing, we're going to use it a little bit. So tonight, I am going to ask you for topics, just kind of like one of those improv type dinner type events you might go to. I'm going to ask you for topics. We're going to plug it into Copilot. Makes more sense than ChatGPT. Copilot. I mean, this is a flying type channel. So we're going to type it into Copilot, see what Copilot says. We're going to come up with some jokes tonight. I'm going to read live on the air. Yep. Will it be great? Will they suck? Will it be the typical Dave It Yourself channel stuff? Probably. So get ready for that. Also, I haven't put this up, but I do have a little, let's see, mail call right here. You do have a little mail call action. And this is why I want to break this out early, just in case, because we haven't heard from the fart machine just yet. And that's, well, as soon as I said, haven't heard from the fart machine, there it is. Damn fart machine. All right, well, that's still only one. And really, we already have a big prize show tonight, so, and next week as well. So I might make you go 3, depending on how gas you are. But anyway, let's check out a little mail call. I do have something here. All right, so let's take a look. And the reason why I want to do this now is because I know what this is. I'm pretty excited. All right, let's take a look and see what it is. It is a box that has Chinese writing on it. Let's take a look and see what it is. It is up. It's got its own little lanyard. And why does it have a lanyard? Because it's my new vape. Oh, look at that. It's not. It's a kazoo. That's right. Do you think that only I would do something just a micro harmonica 2025? No. We're going to do kazoo things. That's right. We might play in 2025. Guess the kazoo song, like maybe this one. Let's see. No, I don't have one off the top of my head. I'll think of one. But yeah. Oh, kazoo stuff. That's right. We've added another instrument to the Dave Yourself channel. Micro harmonica and kazoo. Sure, it does look like a vape, but it's a kazoo. I don't vape. Why would I vape? All right, so more of an analog guy if I had my choice, not digital. All right, so anyway, kazoo. Oh, it's super slippery. That's probably what the lanyard is for. All right, so where'd you put this lanyard now that I'm thinking about it? This thing doesn't have any damn holes in it to put a lanyard in. What the hell? All right, so some fun stuff about this kazoo. It has 2 holes on it, you can see, which unscrew, and you can add new, I don't know what they call those, filters. No, they're not filters. Tympanums, like the eardrums. I don't know. We'll call them eardrums. 2 more of those. So if you really want me to get some custom songs in, I think I could, because the kazoo. Oh my goodness. I know you were like tonight, usual Dave Yourself show. Now you're like, kazoo. Yeah, kazoo. Oh, I'm hooked. I'm subscribing. I'm calling all of my relatives. This guy's got a kazoo. That's right. We're doing kazoo tonight as well. It'll be your call, though. So we do bingo because we haven't heard a third farter. All right, so that's 2 farts, but still waiting on that third one. So, so anyway, you have your choice, kazoo or micro harmonica. Either way, I've got a song for you. And then you're like, oh, giddy. Why wouldn't you be? All right, so let's take a look and see what else we got here. I've got some notes here. We've got a lot of things going on. I've got some new opportunities for some other things coming up next year. Oh, also, let's rewind a little bit. Let's rewind a little bit. At the end of last show, there were some comments, because I do go through them at the end of the show. See if anybody's like, hey, Dave, you didn't say blah, blah, blah. And I did find 3 people that did have the correct answer at the end of last show. So I gave them credit. One of those guys is Michael Reitza. So I'm going to give him an extra 2. Can't remember exactly what it was. I didn't put a note next to that. But I do know that you did earn 2 because I did it at the end of the show. Bobby K on Dead Stick RC. He got himself a note 3. And Mountain RC. Now that's one was not in the chat earlier, but was in the chat at the end of the show, also was a part of the show. And for some reason, I gave him 3 points. So you'll also see Mountain RC on the big list tonight. So I just want to let you know about that. All right. So we already talked about the ATV gas. So we're going to talk about it here, about the giveaway stunt. Ask the viewer about the giveaway stunt. So we're going to talk about that. I have some ideas, but you know me. It won't be easy, most likely. However, like I was trying to relate to earlier, and I'm going to circle back to that now. This weekend's the weekend where I let you know, hey, here's all the people that are qualified. Here's how many hits they have. And then next weekend was going to be that weekend. However, Friday, supposed to get some snow. Not that my idea would be hindered by snow a ton, but it would suck a lot for me. So we'll see how the weather holds up. It may be next weekend or the weekend after, but we'll see. We'll see. But I do have some ideas for that. But we're going to ask you about what you think, because you've seen my stuff before. You've seen what I've done. Drone dispersing coins. That was a horrible tragedy. Or RC car shooting out ping pong balls. A drone dropping ping pong balls. Yeah, I've done all kinds of stuff. So this one will probably also involve ping pong balls, just because I've got a lot. I've got like 200 of them that I can use. So that will probably involve that. But we're going to talk to you folks a bit and see exactly what you think. All right. So we'll see. We'll get that out here in a bit. But in the meantime, for tonight, since we already have the big prizes going and such, tonight, any further bingo things will be... Come on, man. I'm in the middle of talking about it. Well, apparently we're going to do some bingo here in a second. As I was saying, bingo tonight will be actual prizes. All right, so prizes from the bingo bucket, because I'm going to have to mail something out anyway when it comes to the big prize. Plus, I still have Lori's $300,000 entry. I have a couple of other things that need to go out to folks. So once this big reveal is done next week as well, whatever you earn tonight in bingo will be a physical prize, not a tick towards something, an actual prize. Could it be dog poo? Maybe. We'll find out. It's going to be a mystery prize. So when you get it, just know if you win in bingo tonight, you're going to get a mystery prize in the mail. What's in there? That's why it's called a mystery. I don't know. I mean, I know what I have to choose from. You'll enjoy it. Trust me. You'll enjoy it. So just, tonight's show, that's what happens in bingo. Speaking of bingo. All right, so let's jump into, let's see, I got a couple of bingo things we can do here. So we can either go over the bingo ball count from last week, but I don't really have anything to give you ticks for, but if I do that first, this is how the show works, by the way, without a producer. We just think of things on the fly. But if I do the bingo guest number thing first, if I pull their name in bingo, son of a French toast, I am still talking about bingo. You're already working on the next one. That's 4 farts, by the way. All right, so anyway, and as you saw, my hands are moving, so it's not me doing it. Anyway, but if I do that, then if I pull their name in bingo, they can do double prizes. Then I'll just fill their envelope twice as much. Yep, that's what I'm going to do. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to start off with a bingo ball count from last week. All right, so get ready to type your answers in. All right, so bingo ball count from last week. Let's go to that screen. No, that's the 8 ball. Try again, Dave. All right, clap out the hard ones, Dave. All right, there we go. Where's me? Where's me? There I am. Oh, I'm super tiny. I'm going to crush your head. All right, so anyway. Oh, look at that. I got a little logo here. Last week bingo. Look at me. Trying to shave it up a little bit. Trying to clean it up just a tad bit for 2025. All right, so last week bingo. So let's go ahead and jump into that chickadee chat. And let's ask. And shit, I didn't write this down. Damn it. I should have wrote this down before the show. I didn't. Damn it. All right. So, well, there you go. It's going to be a surprise for all of us. Hey, all right. All right. So, let's go ahead and throw that into the chickadee chat. How many balls did we pull last week? And let's go ahead and jump into the chickadee chat. And let me go through my bar of stars in there so we can see where these answers need to start. And don't throw your answer just yet. Wait for my bar of star. Boom, there's my bar of stars. Now throw your answers in. How many balls did we pull last week? And you know what? Since I don't know the answers to any of these questions, it's kind of dumb for me to continue to ask questions. So that's it. That's it. This is it. This is for the double possible bingo, big fat packet win for you. If we call your name tonight in bingo. How many balls did I pull last week? Let's scroll down a little bit. See what we got. Doing some hellos and hi, how are you? Let's see who else we got. Anything new here? Oh, let's take this and scroll down as far as this goes. Oh, now we got some others. Okay, so GB Linden says 6. Michael Wright says 6. Smokey 7, 5. CTRC, I was first at 6. Not according to the bar. Oh, you were, but outside of that bar of stars, CTRC flying. All right, so but I hear you. I'll let it slide tonight. We'll count you as first 6. All right, so Aerospace Matt, Wreck and Roy says 67 or 6 and 7. I don't know. Maybe he's guessing. All right, we'll see what happens. I have 3 questions with answers above with bars and stars. Oh, I do. All right. Thank you, Lori. Lori, we need to talk about you maybe being an actual producer for the show because you are snap on these comments. And I don't always have them on the screen, and they're way over there. So, all right. So let's see. We have here. Barbanza says 12, 7 balls. Jeff and Lever says 2. And then let's go ahead and unlock this and scroll this up a bit. There we go. All right. So there's the bottom of the screen there. And let's see what we got. All right. So bars and stars. So you got some answers before bars and stars. Is that? Oh, I see. Yeah. A bunch of answers before bars and stars. Yeah, sure do, Lori. But again, bars and stars is where it is. So if that's the case, I got a bunch of you before bars and stars. We're going to go after bars and stars. Because the bars of stars, that's my cutoff point. And without a producer, I need to do everything I can to help myself here. All right. So any of you right? We'll find out. Here we go. All right, let's jump into that bingo ball count, back into the big bingo screen, and let's find out what the overall number is. So first number is, all right, the first B's, here we go. B-I-N-G-O. We have 2 there. Oh, 2. Oh, 2. All right, well, here's what I'm going to do right here. Check out this. Boom. Second bar of stars. Here's what happens here. Do you want to change your answer? Throw your answers back in after the second bar of stars. Boom. That way everybody's in. Boom. That's how I fix it. So go ahead. Throw your answers in the second bar of stars. We see 2 visible. Do you want to change your answer? Doesn't matter. Throw your same answer in. Throw another answer in. The second bar of stars is the way to go. I'm not going to count anything before the second bar of stars. All right. Who wants to change their answer? We're already looking at 2. How many do we have from last week? Oh, my gosh. Last week was a crazy week. Who knows? Jump into that chickadee chat. Find out about that. All right. Second bar of stars. There it is. GB Linden. All right. So we got 6, 6, 7, 5. These are ones from earlier. There we go. All right. Where's my second bar of stars? There it is. All right. So Shadow 6, 6. Michael Red 6. Poll last week. CTR did the answer correctly. When you pulled the asked question, how many pulled last week? Did they answer correctly? Yeah, somebody did answer that correctly, I think. Dang it, man. But you're asking me to look at last week's show during this show. Great question, though. And now it's going to be on my mind. I'm going to have to look at that later. So we'll find out, Lori. We'll find out. Pretty sure. But again, this is such a loose show. It is what it is. Again, I know this show looks like I got a staff of 30. I know. Pretty professional. Just this guy. So if I miss something, I'm to blame. If you like something, I'm to praise. But anyway, it's me. So it's, I don't miss anybody on purpose. just maybe a little much for one guy. So there you go. But if anybody wants to help one guy become two guys, or one guy and one girl, well, you got my number. If you want my number. If you don't have my number and you want it, you can always send an email to thedaveityourselfchannel@gmail.com. Shoot it to me. Let me know. All right, so let's take a look. So we're going to go ahead and jump back into here. So 6, second bar stars was this one, 7, 11, a little more than 11 inches. Now it's like 11 numbers, maybe. All right, so snow, 8, 7, 6. Okay, so again, I don't know the answer to this. So let's find out together. Here we go. Back to the ball count. We know we've got 2. What does the other thing say over here? And it says, "Gajow." Oh, it looks like we have 4 more. That is a total of 6. Let's give it the old overall. Let's make sure the overall says it. So let me move that because it's in the way of my text. Let's move it over here. All right, let's take a look. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, 6 it is. All right, let's jump back in the chickadee chat. All right, go back to the second bar of stars. And that's this one. And the first answer there is Michael Reitza with 6. Wow, Michael Reitza. All right, so we're going to put you on a separate list. No, I don't need to put you on a list. Just know, if you win a bingo tonight, you're going to get a double fat package from me. So congratulations, Michael Reitza, for that. Awesome. All right, now, don't think I forgot about the extra farts we had earlier. Let's jump back into the bingo. Bingo cam still working here? Oh, yeah, we're good to go. All right, so let's jump into the bingo list. Now, here's the bingo list, a little revised. Everybody that was on my sheet of paper is now on the list. And then a few things that were on the list are not on the list. And a few things that weren't on the list are on the list. Hopefully, that's nice and clear as mud. So here's that list. Take a look at it. It's got a little bit of a 3D feel to it. And you're going to notice some things here. All right, so I have 1 blank spot per letter. You're also going to notice like dead sticks at B5, and then, all the folks that were on the other numbers, they're there. G45 is, or 46, spin twice more. So that's interesting. Kind of like 064, like the double spin. But take a look at 074. Delete a winner. What the front door is that, Dave? That is where Dave looks to the other side of the screen, reaches over and grabs a ball and throws it away. So if you're a winner, you're not anymore if we pull that. So if there's a full board of winners, there's 5 of them on there. Yep, I got to delete 1. Just 1. And I just got to randomly pick it out. But you'll also notice 069. Whammy! What's a whammy? Whammy is everybody on the board is gone. They gone. Bye-bye. Don't let the big door hit you with the good load split you up. That's right. Had to throw a little something treacherous on the board. Only one of those, though. So you know. Crazy. Got to keep it sassy. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into this. We have the bingo list here and the bingo wheel. Let's see. Do we have the smoke machine? So some lights on. We do. Boom. Smoke machine. Look at it. That's right. All right. We got the smoke machine remote ready to fire that off if we need it. And we're... Son of a bitch. I'm in the middle of doing a bingo. Yeah. So got one more move. One more. All right. So anyway, let's get into this bingo. You know what? I'm not going to ask you if you want the kazoo or not. I'm going to give it to you. Here's bingo kazoo. Here we go. Safety rubber on. Yeah, it is. There it is. Go ahead and get that safety rubber look. There it is. All right, here we go. All right. Kazoo wonderful. I know. I get it. All right, let's remove the safety rubber. Where is it? There it is. Remove the safety rubber. Here we go. Will we fire off the smoke machine? Let's ask the 8-ball. Let's turn it, Albuquerque people. 8-ball, will we fire off the smoke machine? Tell me an answer. Son of a biscuit. Didn't it just say like yes, definitely a second ago? All right, so yes, definitely it says. All right, don't go on the cusp. Don't go on the cusp. We're gonna go ahead and say that says yes, definitely. I like it. All right, back to the bingo cam. Here we go. Spin one up. Smoke machine is a sure thing, according to this 8-ball. There we go. All right. Oh, we almost might be able to see that number there. Let's see what this number is. This number is 070. Oh, you know, 069 is the whammy. Oh, that was close. What is 070? Who are you? Let's find out. 070 is just enough. RC, son of a biscuit. Son of a biscuit. Jude. I am going to assume that you were not on the chat because I have not heard from you in a day and a half or longer than that. But I'm going to give you the minute anyway and jump into the chickadee chat, see what we got. All right. So scrolling down. That is wrong, Lori says. Okay. And then we have, I don't know what that is wrong, but we'll see. 2 balls on chin. Let's see. So we're looking for Jude. You have yourself 35 seconds left, my man, according to Freddy the Frog. Hopefully you're out there somewhere. Aerospace Matt, looks like he's in the house. Good to see you, buddy. You still have not responded to the guests of the other 2 questions with people I've responded to. That's possible, Lori. Again, one guy running the show. And then we have Jeff in Lower Alabama. Thought it was Mila. And let's see. What else do we have going on here? My eyes. No Jude. Yeah, I'm assuming no Jude. We have 5 seconds to figure that out. And it is 3, 2, 1. Nope. No Jude indeed. No Jude indeed. All right. Sorry about that. Well, no smoke machine just yet. But we will figure that out. But in the meantime, again, let's jump into this little Dave yourself thing that I was talking about. The joke thing. Let's jump into that. All right, so let's jump into this, get that screen going. There we go. All right, so here we are with Copilot. So what I want from you in the chat here is 3 things, 3 items. Give me 2 nouns. Well, give me a noun, a verb, and an adjective. Let's go with that. Give me a noun, a verb, and an adjective. We're going to slap it into Copilot, come up with a joke. Probably a knock-knock joke, maybe a little Johnny joke. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what Copilot has. It has the entire internet at its disposal, so we'll see what happens. All right, so let's jump into the chickadee chat here. We have that ready to go. All right, so chickadee chat, give me some noun, a verb. Oh, let's jump back into the screen here. All right, so noun, a verb, and adjective. So what do we got? Jude, hey. 8-ball, no Jude. Yep, we need 3D glasses to read the list. Yeah, maybe. I got some right here for you. If you need some, the Dave Yourself 3D glasses right here. Yeah, I knew that would be fun for you. Gonna eat and shower in a minute, boss says. All right, socks, box, run. Billy ran blue. Billy ran blue, Jason says. All right, so is that the first one we got here? Yeah, Billy ran blue. All right, Billy ran blue sounds good. Let's try that. All right, so Billy ran blue. And let's jump into this here. All right, so all right, so let's try this here. Wrong screen. All right, so tell me a joke about a boy named Billy that ran while blue. Here we go. Hit me. Why did Billy the boy who ran while blue always wear sneakers to school? Because every time he took a step, he'd leave everyone feeling bluefully impressed. Beautifully impressed. Wow. Hope that gave you a giggle. Not so much. All right, let's jump back into that chickadee chat. Come on now. Give me something better. Do we want knock-knock jokes? Do we want something else here? What do we want here? Let's find out. I answered copper first. Copper. Is that the word from last week? It probably was. All right, so we'll find out. Don't worry, we'll get back to that here in a second. I'll circle back around. All right, so let's try something else here. Looks like Smoky Mountain's in the house. Hey, Trav, good to see you, buddy. Aerospace Matt, good to see you. All right, so Billy Ran Blue. Fly, butthole, red. I'm going to go with these. Fly, butthole, red. Sure, let's try that. All right, so fly, butthole, red. Let's try that. All right, so tell me a joke. And I'm just going to make this a little easier. With the words fly, butthole, and red. Is that right? Yeah. There we go. Oh, I can't create a joke with those words. What? All right, so tell me a joke about a fly that has a red butthole. See what happens. Oh, I can't do that either. Oh, co-pilot. Is the butthole the problem? All right. Tell me a joke with or about a fly with a red butt. Maybe we'll take the hole out. Oh, you can't do that either? Ah. Oh. Tell me a joke about a red butt fly. Nope. Gosh dang it. All right. Well, let's jump into something else. Apparently, Copilot is not as great as I was hoping it was going to be. All right. We'll find out. All right. So let's jump in here. So back into the copper answer. Like taking a look at my notes, copper was in fact the answer for last week. All right. So where is that copper answer? You're so organized, Dave. Yep. That's right. One guy doing doing 10 guys' jobs. That's me. Guessed correctly. So is that CTRC that guessed correctly with the copper? Is that possible? Do a little scroll up here. I wish they had timestamps on these. Well, I guess they do. Tell me about the time when he mentioned that, and then that way I can scroll back up. There we go. That's what I'll do. You guys tell me when he said that, and I will go back to it. Hey, Wild Bell, good to see you. Turn your safe search off. Safe search off. Safe search off. All right, that could be it, Kenny. Let me take a look at that real quick. I do have a little Norton 360 going on over here. Let me take a look at that real quick. Doopity doop. Safe search off. Parental controls. Nope. Off. Nope. Secure VPN. Privacy monitor. I don't think I have safe search on, to be honest with you. Private browser. Nope. Secure VPN. It's off. Well, not sure, man. That was something when I tested out with a few jokes earlier, seemed pretty fun. Of course, my jokes did not have the word "but" in them. Maybe they should have. All right. So let's jump back in here. I wonder if they drank wine tonight before the show, Lori. If you drank wine before the night. No wine before the night, GB. Matter of fact, this is a little water squirt. Not an Auburn fan. That just happens to be the cup I'm drinking out of. Mountain RC's in the house. Good to see you, sir. Thank you so much. We have a lot going on. All right, so let's take a look and see what else on my notes here. And you guys can let me know about that whole copper answer, because that was, in fact, the Pee-wee's Mad Dave of the Word last week. The end of the episodes of Copper. Tell me who said that first in the chickadee chat. And to make it easier for you, bar stars. Put it after that. There we go. All right, so what else we got here? So we're going to talk about the ATV gas. Ask the viewers about the giveaway stunt. So, all right, so I need to figure out how to give away the big prize, because there's a lot of folks on this list. And a lot of these folks have a lot of entries. So we're going to get into that. That is going to be another bonus question for tonight. How many folks were in the big drawing? That was my big pinned comment from earlier. So go ahead and continue to put your answers in on that. Let's scroll back up to these real quick. I don't think Russian roulette. I don't think we got a full answer on that. So we're going to put another bar stars in, give you another chance to check on that. Throw your answers in. Polyphomatitis. Yes, sir. Chronic polyphomatitis. Copper. Yeah, CTRC flying. Okay, so we'll see, assuming that CTRC flying, that is in fact the correct answer. So CTRC flying as well as Michael Reitza. Let me put a little note here. CTRC. All right, so if either one of you win in bingo tonight, you get yourself a fat pack. Get yourself a fat pack mailed in the mail. Very serious affliction of the hobbyist. Yeah, no doubt. Don't forget drone dementia. It's when you continue to buy stuff even though you forget about all the stuff you already bought. Also, there are 3 or 4 of us that guessed the answer to the pin loss post. Well, you say you guessed the answer to the pin post, but I haven't revealed the answer yet. So you have given guesses, but whether you've won that or not, we don't know because I haven't given that away. I did talk about the bingo, but that's not the pin post comment. The pin post comment was how many folks are here. And then the second pin post comment will be how many actual entries are there. So there's a little something you can think about. So yeah, it's totally possible, Lori, that maybe 3 or 4 of you said some things that I've not caught. Yep, totally possible. The scroll runs pretty quick. I do my best to keep up with it. Better than some sometimes. Sometimes not. But again, this is all for your entertainment. And remember how much money you put in before you came to the show. So if things don't run as smooth as you'd like, the refunds are going to be pretty small. But I do what I can. All right, so let's see what we have. Lori, Jason, very serious hobbyist affliction. Yep. Had it bad since 2011. Yep. Yeah, it's totally possible I bypassed them, Lori. Not on purpose, of course, but just because the scroll moves faster than I can move. All right, so let's jump into that some here because we're about at that 8 o'clock mark. So we're going to go and jump into that. I'm going to go through my bar stars in here so that everybody has the opportunity to guess actively right now. So forget about all your answers you put in before that I missed. I'm checking the chat right now. How many actual contestants are there? How many entries are there? I'm going to throw both of them out at the same time. If you get them both, you're going to be a super big fat winner. No, it's fine, Lori. Thanks so much. Yeah, of course I miss things. Yeah, this thing scrolls way faster than I do. You guys are watching the scroll and watching me. I'm watching everything going on. So there you go. So I do what I can. Oh, you still love me. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it. I do appreciate that. So let's see. So we did have a couple of folks that did put some entries into the, and this is for the second part of the answer. How many entries are there? There are a couple of folks that did put money into the PayPal. They did submit some money in PayPal, so they got themselves entries for that. One of them was $20. Just, you know, one of these people got 20 extra entries just for that PayPal entry. I know. Paying for entries is something. But the rest of you got them for free. So if you can't give them to the people that paid, I should give them twice as many. But the thing is, you know, this giveaway is going to be a physical activity. Me trying to perform a physical activity. Not spinning the ball. Not just throwing stuff in the air. An actual physical activity. I'm going to have to charge batteries. I got to get cameras. I got to get things. It's going to be a physical activity. Might even stream it live. So we'll see. Maybe an afternoon thing since it gets dark so soon. But anyway, the physical giveaway is going to be a feat. Right now I'm trying to recruit some folks to help. I've got one buddy of mine that's slightly interested, but he knows I'm kind of crazy, so he don't know what he's in for. So he has not responded just yet. But we'll see. We'll see. But anyway, it doesn't matter if it's just me or just, me and somebody else. It's going to be quite the giveaway. If you saw the giveaways I've done before in the past, I did one for the 500, where Justin Worden won that big fat Arrows F-15. I did one for the 650 where Andy Butterfield won that sweet ready to fly plane. That was a pretty good giveaway, actually, with ping pong balls, I think. Then KBRC won himself an Insta 360 Go 2 on the channel. Aerospace Matt, we saw last weekend, won the Aero Scout. So, again, the prizes that I give away are pretty decent. No real reason to give them away other than, you know, I'm not trying to buy your views or subscriptions, but once you have a reason to be interested. Other than just some guy trying to put out a show on Sunday nights and whatever video I put out. Speaking of whatever video I put out, might have a video coming out in the morning. I don't know if you're up at 5 o'clock in the morning Eastern Standard Time, but if you are, just so you know, maybe a little video coming out tonight. And I'm going to show you a little bit of that. But anyway, let's talk about the prizes. So we're getting into that big list, and you guys are throwing in some numbers here. So let's scroll up here and see what we got. There's my bar of stars. And I appreciate all your help, so don't think I'm ragging on you. But just so you know, it is what it is, and it isn't what it isn't. But you probably win more stuff on this channel than any other RC channel. I can tell you that. All right, so GB Linden 4, 47, 39, 10, 54. And I said at the beginning of the pin comment, you get 3 guesses. At this point, just throw them in. Just throw them in. We've passed that at this point. Just whoever gets the first question right, it will be the winner. So let's see what we have here. So Spencer, 23 and 34, 35 and 55, 125 entries. Lori, not bad. Not bad answer. Not a bad answer at all. Spencer, Paul McNeil, 34, 32, 10. Smokey says 30. Let me take a look at my notes because I have the actual notes here. Let's see here. It's actually in my calculator. There it is. All right. And put that in. There it is. There it is. All right. There we go. Okay. 147. Randy B. Late again. I'll be on the side waiting in the Lions-Vikings game. Speaking of that, games, you see me wearing the Skins jersey. Yeah, come on, you boys. Beat the Cowboys tonight. That's all I'm going to say about that. But Washington is back. Washington is back. All right, so Jason Hansen says 876,500 or 8,675,309. So close. So close. Can you imagine 8 million ping pong balls me trying to get? Yeah, I can imagine that. Yeah, sure. All right, so 145, Smokey says. All right, let's go ahead and reveal it up some. So let me go ahead and throw this in here. Let me throw my bar of stars in. I think you guys have done your guessing at this point. All right, bar of stars. All right, so there we go. Let's jump into this. So the actual contestants number is... right there. 28. 28 is the number. I'm going to go ahead and scroll up to my bar stars. See if anybody hit 28 while you guys are checking out that list. Now, the number next to the person is the entry amount that they have. They are in no specific order, just whatever order they were written on the paper. But there you go. So you see CTRC's got 12 or 8. Smokey's got 12. Jeff 11. Ray 3. Michael Wrights has got 23. Mike SSI's got 21. Deadstick 4. Mountain RC 3. Barry's got 1. That's partly because he's part of the Dave It Yourself Galaxy. Same with Jono and Paul McNeil. If they have 1 entry there, you can see that is an entry they received because they're part of the Dave It Yourself channel. Everybody else is part of the Dave It Yourself channel already had wins or entries. They just got an extra entry entered in. So there you go. So 28 is the number. And I'm taking a look at that chat here. And let's take a look. I don't know if we got any 28 answers in here. But we still got another guess, so don't worry about that. So CTRC said fly. This is copper. Again, that's double up for the bingo tonight if we get you pulled your number. Let's see. Why did the slick, funny bunny bring the pink muffin to the picnic? Because it wanted to have the fluffiest, tastiest, mustached treat on the map. Yeah, I like it. All right, so let's see. We got anybody 28s down here? 28. Scrolling. Looking for numbers rolling. Can't see that number that I need. All right, so let's see. 20. Oh, we got some 2s and some 8s, but not a 28. I don't think anybody hit 28. All right. We got any follow-ups after that? Hey, Bobby, good to see you, buddy. Good to see you. Making some dinner, listening to Dave. Good way to do it. Some people like to use the bathroom and watch the Dave show. 28, right? So you're 28 now, doesn't count. No, it does not. However, bar stars. All right. Second answer. I'll give you another chance for the second answer. How many official entries are there? And this number right here is going to really illustrate the pain. Just know, when you post this number, just know, Dave's got to do that many? Yeah, he does. Why does he have to do that many? Oh, Dave likes to dig himself a big hole and then likes to just lay down in it. Oh, this hole's so warm. That's why. So the number is, how many actual entries will Dave have to compete with to give you a prize? It's a lot. So you know, you saw 28 actual contestants. Quite a few of them had quite a lot of entries. So we'll take a look and see who can get it right. First one that does it, I've got it right here on my calculator. We'll find out. Again, entry from Mom, Barb, and for Sherry. Well, Jason, I did add them to the bingo list, but they never responded that you had them subscribe. I don't know that these people are yours until they say, Jason Hansen had me subscribe, and they didn't. They just showed up in the chat, and I added them to the list. Anytime you have somebody subscribe, the easiest thing to do is just have them go to any of my videos, any of them, doesn't matter. Pick one, comment there. Barb Hansen, Jason Hansen, have me subscribe. They never did that. So, little rule that's kind of been going on for a while there. That's not a new thing. So again, or shoot me an email to the Dave Your Soul channel. Let me know. Or put it in the chat. Hey, so-and-so. The only one I ever had said that, hey, so-and-so had me subscribe was Miss Hanger 51, Debbie, when she said, hey, I'm Miss Hanger 51. That was close enough. If somebody said, hey, I'm Miss Jason Hansen, they'd be like, oh, okay, well, I'm going to give that to Jason. But yeah, they still have to let me know, because just adding them in, again, I don't know. I don't know. So yeah, man, don't worry. You only need one entry to win. So there you go. All right, so let's jump into this here and see what we've got. All right, so we've got a ton of numbers here. Let's take a look and see what we got. And 137. Excuse me. All right. All right, so 130, 137, 92, 145, 152, 7, 35, 69, 56, 175. Michael Wright says 103, 136, 68, 210. All right, so I'm going to go ahead and do bar stars here because, bam! Because the answer is, let me unlock my phone here. 175. I don't know if you can see that. Probably not. Probably not. Anyway, the number is in fact 175. So Michael writes, I'm gonna get. You're already on the bonus bingo, so technically, if you win tonight, you get yourself a pack that's 3 times as thick. But yeah, 175 entries. So just think about that. Wrap your head around that. You already see how much of a hard time I have just keeping up with the chat. There's what, 25 of you in here? 175 entries I have to manipulate to try to find one that will be the winner. So just so you know, I have quite the task ahead of me. But it'll be all worth it. I guarantee. Fart machine. Of course you did. Yep, I kind of had a feel. I can almost smell you were coming. That's still only two there, buddy. So go ahead and pop me off another one. We'll talk about it. But yeah, 175. So that's the thing. So we're going to jump back into some of this ATV gas. Ask the viewer about the giveaway stunt. See what you guys are thinking about that. So what I'm thinking is, again, I got about 200 ping pong balls that I can utilize. So I'm within my limit here. And I thought this time, instead of actually writing the number on the balls, because then at that point the ball is useless. You can't use it again unless you want to siphon through the balls for another contest. Just going to use a little piece of tape. Just write the numbers on a piece of tape. Probably what will happen is I will use your bingo, associated bingo number on the tape. If you get 20 entries, 20 bingo numbers, little small squares, stick them on the balls, blah, blah, blah. And then from there, disperse them somehow. And then from there, choose them somehow or eliminate them somehow is what I'm thinking. So it might involve lasers. It will most likely involve an RC of some sort. I don't know if it's going to be a plane, a car, or a drone. It could be a crawler. I don't know. But it probably will involve lasers as well. Maybe smoke machine will be there. It's going to be quite the production. Put on by one guy. This guy. Just so you know. So when you see it, you'll be like, this is amazing. How many people put this on? You already know the answer. It's one guy. This guy. So just so you know, that is coming. One is all it takes. That's right. One is all it takes. Right now, hey, Slapnuts is in here. Good to see you, buddy. Thank you so much for being here. Right, so right now your sagging nuts will be in the snow here. Sharks with lasers on their heads. It's fun, right? It's fun to think about. Yeah, so anyway, whatever you guys have thought about, I've got everything at my disposal. Again, we've got some new drones that we've talked about. I got like the Holy Stone we just talked about, unboxed last week. Still haven't had a chance to fly that just yet. Still got some other stuff. Of course, we got great giveaways. Of course, the Corsair. I mean, I love the Corsair. One of my favorite airplanes. And of course, the water glider. We got some great giveaways for the end of the year here. You want the fun gesture light for your car so you can say thank you or flick people off in traffic? Yep, that's an option. Hey, maybe you're like playing in the dirt. Great. Guess what? I got a backhoe. I've got a track hoe. I've got an actual bulldozer. I've got all kinds of things here. Yeah. Maybe you like the holographic airplane here. Yeah, that's also an option. So, yeah, lots of options. We'll talk about what options are going to be actually available at next week, because a lot more than I have available to show you here. So, because we're going to be paying for it out of the PayPal, and the PayPal right now is it's a nice little chunk right now. So you will get yourself a nice little prize thanks to the generous viewers of the Dave Yourself channel. And one of those generous viewers may be the one who wins it and might be like, well, that was worth my money. So we'll see. We'll find out. But it will be quite the spectacle as usual. So just, All right, let's jump back to the chat here. So sharks with lasers on their heads. You guys are still talking about the snow here. Ice is falling. Got to go light the fire, Wild Bill says. Brown grass here again. Yep. Yeah, that's the other thing too. Like if we get wintry mix next week with the ice and rain and snow and stuff, yeah, next weekend might be a tough one to pull the stunt off, but not impossible. But goodness gracious, it would be really a mess for me to have to clean up. Oh well, it's not your problem, is it? Nah. No, it's not. No, it's not. No, it is not. Your problem is, hey, let's make sure I can show up on Sunday nights. All right, so we've got that. So we'll talk about we'll try some more of those jokes of the day here in just a bit. And then, well, that's officially the third one. So you know what that means. The official third fart means it's time to go back to some bingo. All right, there's that bingo list that you need 3D glasses for. Oh, yeah. Dun, dun, dun. Consider it a mind exercise. You can see your name. All you want to not see is that 069, because that's the whammy. Although at this point, Jude's the only winner at this point, and he kind of already whammied himself by not being here. But and he hoozle. All right, so we've already given you the kazoo. Let's go ahead and do a little classic micro harmonica for the spin. You guys tell me what you think you like best. Because this, I have, made several albums with this. Here we go. And this one's called Catchers in the Rye. Catchers, plural, in the rye. There we go. All right. Let's release that safety rubber. Get her going. And come on, Smoke Machine. We want to fire you off, Smoke Machine. Where are you? What do we have here? We have G59. G59. What? That is Lee Davidson's Hanger. Our Canadian brethren. Lee, are you in the house? We're going to give you a full minute. Freddy the Frog says, you got yourself a minute, buddy. Make it happen. Hop on over, get your prize. Spelled Sherry, not Sherry. Okay, well, there you go. Good thing I'm not filling any government paperwork for her then. Good thing she's only possibly going to win something from the Dave Yourself channel. Trust me. She'll take the prize whether I spell her name right or not. So, just like when I was like CRTC flying for the longest time. I know it's CTRC flying, but I spelled it wrong. It's fine. Again, I don't get paid to do this show either. So, just paid by your views, which I don't monetize. So, there you go. There's that. All right. So, Lee is out writing his name in the snow. Yep. And yellow ink. Because he doesn't drink enough water. Oh, there we go. Freddy the Frog says no to that. All right. So, Lee, he can pump in from time to time. And now it's nice to know that, hey, next time I talk to him, I'll let him know. You missed out, buddy. You missed out on some prizes. That's all right. All right, let's jump back into this AI chat. Let's see if we can try this again. Let's give this another whirls, shall we? All right, so I'm going to ask it. All right, so tell me a joke about 3 monkeys and a bar stool. Sure. Let's try that. All right. Sure thing. Oh, okay. Sure thing. Here we go. 3 monkeys walked into a bar and found a bar stool. The first monkey climbed up and said, "This stool is too high." The second monkey climbed up and said, "This stool is too low." The third monkey climbed up and said, "Forget the stool. Let's just hang around." Wow. Auto Copilot clearly is an AI 3rd grader. All right, let's try this one more time. Tell me a knock-knock joke about a lady in a bikini. Let's see if we can get out of the 3rd grade here. All right. Oh, I cannot. Dang it. All right. So maybe. I knew I should have gone with Chat GPT here. All right. Let's jump back into the chickadee chat here. That is not working great. We will test that some more. Maybe that will be an episode we've got coming up for future. But for now, I mentioned earlier that the F4U Corsair, one of my favorite planes, and don't know that will be the prize that we give away for the big end of the year gift. Could be. I mean, ready to fly plane of that nature. Comes with the controller, the batteries, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, pretty great. You know, it comes with the controller and batteries for the water glider as well. Also pretty great. But I've always been a Corsair fan, and I thought I would do a little Dave's Archives. See what I did there? Archives. Archives. RC guys. You see what I did there? Dave's Archives. Let's go way back. Because this is a plane, even though I like the Corsair a ton, never actually flown one. I own 3 of them. Haven't flown any of them, ever. But here's the first one, which is my first video that I put out a while back. So let's go way back and take a look at this one. Tell me what you think. Links are in the description of the video tonight. This is my old format back in the day. The old DIY ball without the thumb. This is back in my videos had a lot of production quality. Who remembers this video from back in the day? Got this bird in their hangar. The old Corsair. Pretty safe select and all that. That's when I put the receiver in it with safe select on it. It's like a professional made this damn video. Yeah. What happened to Dave? Goodness. Look at that paint job. Still got that plane hanging right here in my fish hanger. I need to get this thing flown. Give me a big thumbs up in the chat if you like that Corsair. room for that camera. That's a pretty good view right there, boy. And safe select. What? And I do have a link for that maiden flight in the chat, in the actual comments of, or the actual description of the show tonight. So if you want to check out that, I don't think we'll play that tonight. Oh, son of a bitch. Fart machine, I'm talking. But anyway, so that's also down there. So if you want to see how that maiden flight went, by the way, so you know, I've never flown one of these. There you go. That's how the maiden flight went. But anyway, that link is down and below, and we're going to get into some more of that as we get into the new year here for 2025. We're going to do some more Dave archives or archives, however you want to mention those. But we're going to do some more of those. We're going to do some other things too. I didn't really get back into the drone thing going on, or the other, the fog that has been all over the country. I haven't gotten into that either, or any of the other crazy things that have been going on here with explosions and such like that since New Year's. So none of that going on right now, but we will probably get into maybe some subjects like, should we be concerned as we get into 2025? We'll find out. We've got that. Also, this Dave in history. That's right. We're going to talk about and look at some old RC videos and things of that nature. Talk about some old RC stuff. That will be coming up here this year. Dave's archives, or archives, as we have here. That's coming up. Should be we can be concerned. And then also, let's see what else. Oh yeah. So here's a little note here about what I was thinking. So one of my ideas was, when I mentioned the laser thing earlier about giving away the prizes, I mentioned that, I'm probably going to do like maybe an RC car related thing, kind of like what I did last time with the 650 prize, I guess it was. Anyway, that's coming up. We'll talk about that more. But right now, apparently, it is time for us to talk something more about a bingo. There it is over there. Let's talk about some bingo. All right, back to that bingo list that you need some 3D glasses to read. That's okay, because guess what? Next week, there won't be a bingo list. There will be, but it'll be blank. So this will be the last time you ever have to read the 3D version. But if you have 3D glasses at home, tell me what you think. All right, so let's jump into that. Here is the bingo cam. Let's jump back into this. Let's go ahead and secure the safety rubber down here at the bottom. We'll jump back into the Chickadee chat. I'm sure you guys are blowing up the Chickadee chat pretty hard. Right now we're at 25 viewers, 23 likes. So a couple of you are holding out. Again, same as every show. If the matches, views, and the likes match at the end of the show, everybody in the chat wins. But we'll see about that. Right now we got enough going on. All right, so here we go. Safety rubber is on. We're going to go back to kazoo here. All right, so I'm going to try to play this song. You guess it. See if you can guess it. Here we go. That's right, Sarah McLachlan. That's right. I will be wait for you. I don't know those lyrics. I only know the tune, and that's all you need to know with the kazoo. So there you go. I did what I needed to do. Here we go. Come on, let's fire up that smoke machine. We haven't fired off the smoke detector all night. Come on now. Let's get this on like Donkey Kong, because it ain't wrong when you're playing a song. Here we go. Oh, it's the very first one on the list. It's B1. B1 is Paul Ballard. Paul Ballard. I don't think Paul's in the chat. Yes, dang it. 8-Ball, we might have to refer to you again. See what the heck's going on. All right, back here we go. Paul Ballard, where are you? Because he's Dave. Why is he playing the kazoo like a recorder? Because he's Dave, yeah. Yeah. That's right, because I play a kazoo as I dozoo. I dozoo play the kazoo. Why am I playing it like it's not a kazoo? Well, it's because I am not a professional kazoo player yet. Just wait. By the end of the year, you'll be like, wow, you should have seen this guy in January. Nowhere close. All right, Paul Ballard, where are you? Show up, my man. Could be driving right now. Delivering, making those deliveries. All right. Nope. No, Paul Ballard. Gosh dang it. All right, that's our third swing and a miss. 8-Ball. What is going on, 8-Ball? Tell us what's going on. Will we have a bingo winner tonight? Will we get the fire off the smoke machine? 8-Ball, come on. 8-Ball, give me some answers. 8-Ball, do it. Do it. All right, what do we got here? Oh, you son of a Frankenstein. Better not tell you now. It's trying to flip over. Nah, it still says it. Still trying to do it. Better not tell you now. All right, let's try to slip it back here. Slide it forward, maybe. There we go. And get it to perch on this little thingamadoo there I got for it. And maybe, there we go. We'll call that it. Better not tell you now is the answer. Well, 8-Ball, you're not being very helpful tonight at all. At all. Not at all. All right, let's jump back in the cheeky chat, though, see what you guys are thinking about all that. All right, so that's the ballad of the B13 wins. Kill me, Paul says. Why playing kazoo like recorder? Yeah, we already answered that. Kill me. Oh, I see my thing spinning up there. Oh, well, we might have ourselves some OBS disconnection. Not that that's going to affect the show at all. At all. There we go. DUI and High Pilots. Hey, Ray, good to see you, man. Ray, just so you know, you are part of the big list for the end of the year giveaway. And since you haven't seen it, let me go throw that up one more time. Here it is. Boop. Here we go. The end of the year giveaway. That is 28 contestants with a total of 175 entries. 175. One of those is going to be the big winner. One of those. Which one? Don't know. We'll come up to that soon. You only need one to win. But yeah, one of those. So, Ray, you are, in fact, on the list with 3 entries. My friend, there you go. All right, let's jump back into the cheeky chat here. Paul Ballard, finally. Paul, now you're here. Now you're here. Everybody saw Freddie go off to 0, though. Yeah. Dang it. Son of a. Dang it. Well, Paul, I appreciate you showing up, man. Literally a minute too late. Dang it. But once we come up with the new bingo list next week, because the bingo list will be blank next week, you like that number, great, keep it. Be here next week to go and claim it. And then if not, then we'll maybe spin a lot of empty numbers. We'll find out. I thought I had one entry, but maybe not. Boss, I did not see you on the list other than for your Dave It Yourself Galaxy entry. That could be it. Yeah, that could be it. Maybe you still have one of those pending. I thought I added those all in, but to be honest with you, I think there may be a couple I missed. So you might be right, boss. You might be right, sir. If you're part of the Dave It Yourself Galaxy, yep, that is yet another thing I probably need to factor in. I factored in quite a few of those for whoever's already on the list. But if you weren't already on the list, I may not have added you in just yet. So I probably have more than 175 entries. Awesome. Great. That'll work great. So let me make a note here, boss 223. You know what? Let me make a note about make sure to check the DIY Galaxy. Check DIY Galaxy. And then don't worry, all of the official entries will be available on the day of the actual drawing itself. We'll go over that in the video itself. When I do that, hopefully that'll be next week. So we'll see. There's a show of bad news. It was the prize of your dreams. Yep, maybe not. Especially since I got that new realistic dog poo. That's a pretty great gift. We'll still need a padded envelope to go in, but yeah, it's pretty great. It is nasty. And of course, I don't know if they smell like dog poo because I don't have the sense of smell, but they sure look like it. More so than the regular prank dog poo. This is more like realistic fake dog poo. It's pretty crazy. So anyway, that's coming. Maybe it's something you can look forward to in the future. All right, send the 8-ball out for calibration. Yep, sure could use some. You know what? Let's try to calibrate it right now. Well, we have a winner. Even upside down, I think we can all, even upside down and blurry, I think we can all see that says a yes. Well, let's test it. Let's test it. Let's test it by doing a little more. A bingo. All right, here's take a look at that bingo list right here. Bingo. There's the official bingo chant, sort of. All right, I'm going to put on the safety rubber here. Boop. All right, so there's a bingo list in 3D. Oh, if I had added a green, that would have been great. All right, but don't worry. This is the last time you have to look at it in 3D because next week it'll just say bingo and there'll be just numbers and no names. So get ready to claim your name next week. But here we go. Back to the bingo cam. All right, so since I've given some flack about my kazoo playing, back to the minor harmonica. Yeah. All right. There we go. Cup is empty. Give it a spinnerooski. We're still waiting to fire off. Yeah, smoke machine. Come on, smoke machine. This is you right here, smoke machine. This is it. Here it goes. Let's find out. This number is. Come on now. Come on now. God dang it. N44. N44 is the number. Is that your number? Let's find out. I'm going to go ahead and stick it on the board here. N44 is Matt M. Matt M. Matt M was in the chat earlier. Let's find out if he's still here. Freddie, I need you. Where are you? Give him that minute, Freddie. Give him that minute. Freddie the Frog says you got yourself 1 minute. Make it happen, Matt M. Come on, Matt M. Let's do it. Matt M was in the chat earlier. He was one of the very first ones to put in some guesses. Well, it won't let me scroll that bar. But yeah. So Matt M, are you still in the house? We'd really like to fire off that smoke machine. I haven't fired it off yet at all the night. Rich M, he's working tonight. Son of a French toast. Really? I even had Sparkle Machine ready to go. Look, Sparkles. Still going to give him that 22 seconds. In case he happens to be at work and he's like, what? What? I won? Hey, I'll get your order in a second. Click, hello. David Stone Channel, I'm here. Matt M, come on. Come on, go. Go ahead and turn on Sparkles. He's probably not here. That's darn it. 2, 1. Oh, we're out. Dang it. All right, that's fine. No big deal. Let's try something else fun. Let's jump back into some of that AI chat. Let's try some more jokes. Joke of the day. This segment is not beyond well at all so far, but let's find out. What are you doing? You can't kill it. All right. Tell me a dirty joke. Just that. Tell me a dirty joke. That's it. I'm sorry I can't. Son of a French toast. All right. Tell me a joke about 2 kids and and RC car. I mean, come on. Sign in for the full experience. I don't want a full experience. Sure thing. Here's a fun one for you. Two kids were racing their RC cars in the park. One kid's car zoomed ahead of the other, and kid exclaimed, "Wow, your car is so fast. What's your secret?" The first kid grinned and said, "I put turbo stickers on it." Co-pilot. Are you like some 9-year-old Chinese kid? These jokes are horrible. All right, that's fine. You know, if you don't try something new, how do you know if other stuff will work? All right. Earlier, I was using Chat GBT, and I was like, oh, these jokes aren't horrible. They're basically about the same, but not horrible. And then I was like, oh, Copilot, that's already on my laptop. And hey, Copilot, that's aviation related. Great, let's try that. Copilot sucks at telling jokes. Sucks. That's all right. We were not depending on Copilot to tell jokes. We were just hoping that it would. So, all right. So don't be looking for a refund on tonight's show's efforts tonight because, yeah, Copilot is what Copilot is. That thing is working out great. That AI thing, yeah, no doubt. Yeah, Christ Almighty is right. All right, so calm down, CTRC. What's CTRC talking about? Darren gratitude. Oh, I see. Okay. And let's see here. Anybody else complaining about anything I got going on here? And poo is a nice word for shit. It is indeed. As a matter of fact, what did I do with those? They may. I think they're in the house. I should have brought them. Dang it. But yeah, they are great. I really would like to show them to you because they are really great. Next week. Look for the poo show next week. But Dave, every week's a poo show. I get it. I get it. Now let's let the AI control football. I know, right? Robot football like on the Jetsons, right? That'd be great. That would be great. Siri has better jokes, I bet. Need some better jokes. Don't worry, next week will be more of a joke of the Dave type show. Unless next week is me fighting the snow to try to give away this gift. We'll find out. But anyway, let's talk about that a little bit. So gift-wise, what would you be interested in? Should you win one of these great prizes, what would you prefer to have? Remote control construction equipment, ready to fly plane, ready to fly plane drone thing. This one goes on air, land, and sea. This one apparently has wheels on the bottom of it. So land, air, and sea. Something like that. Construction equipment, drone, t-shirt, hat. I can tell you that most likely if you get yourself, if you're interested in getting yourself a ready to fly plane of some sort, it will most likely also come with a t-shirt. That has to do with the plane. So if you're interested in like maybe the Corsair, the Volantex Corsair, then you'll most likely get yourself a Corsair related t-shirt or hat with it as well. So yeah, if you don't like the Corsair, maybe you'd like to have the Volantex P51. Well, that's also an option. You tell me. This is your prizes. You tell me. I can get you whatever you want. Within reason, of course. All right, so let's see what we say. A new Cadillac, Michael writes and says. Do you have a Cadillac? Aren't you in a you're not a Cadillac, you're like in a Jeep or something, aren't you? Like a Cherokee or something? Something big. Not a Cadillac though. From my knowledge, 3 rolls of paper tape, Jeff says. Oh, well, Jeff, you know what? If you win this big prize, Jeff, you won't get 3 rolls of paper tape. You'll get 10. 10 rolls. That's what you want. That's right. What will probably happen is that we will have a list of prize options, probably. And now Jeff mentions paper tape. One of those could be paper tape. Nice big thing of paper tape, no doubt. Paper tape with hot glue, probably be a little combo. Maybe some of that colored hot glue, so you have multiple colors and paper tape in case you need it. But so anyway, options. So Probably what I'll do is with the giveaway show, we'll be having a video about the giveaway itself. And then also throughout the show, we'll talk about these are the actual prize options. Because literally I have so many options that I can give you. So we'll kind of hone it down a little bit here and see what you guys are thinking about here. And see what you're thinking. Do you want like a little RC car of some sort that's ready to run? You want a plane, a helicopter, drone? You see some of the cool helicopters on the channel here. So do you just want, like Jeff said, paper tape? Do you want something like maybe that mounts on your wall? You know, all kinds of options. We got options aplenty because of the fine folks like you that have donated to the PayPal. And again, like I said before, that money does not go to me or my bills or anything like that. Groceries, gas, none of that. It comes right back to you. So when you donate to the show, that money comes right back to you when it comes into prizes. So this particular go round, we have a nice little treasure chest available to put some money into some prizes for you. So just so you know, that's coming your way. But what is that you would like to see? Love RC says Venice AI. Is that a AI thing I should try for the next show? Does it tell better jokes? Venice. Are they Italian? So you guys tell me what you think. Moving on 14 inches now. Well, boss, good for you at your age. 14 inches. Whoo! Way to go, boss. I kind of made that joke earlier with my mom today. Don't ask. She'll get a giggle out of it now, though. I brought it up. Drives a Pinto. Writes drives a Pinto. No, I think he drives like a Jeep Grand Cherokee or something like that. I think it's I remember following him to a steakhouse one night. I think it's like a Jeep, if I'm not mistaken, something like that. It's like a nice big white Jeep. Kind of like Jeff in Lower Alabama. He's got that nice white Durango, I think it is. So yeah, him and Michael Wrights have similar type vehicles. But yeah. Azir, what's up? Good to see you. Thank you so much for being here on the show tonight. You do not have a blue wrench. We'll go ahead and fix that now because the show needs as much help as it can get. And, well, for some reason, I'm trying to, I don't know. some reason it won't just try to give you a blue wrench. Let's try to figure that out again. Nope. Nope. It's not working. Try again. One more time. There we go. I knew there was a way to make it happen. All right, there we go. All right, now we get squared away. Azir, you will now be blue here shortly, my friend. So thank you so much for showing up. Make sure you go ahead and hit that like button. We're at 21 viewers, 25 likes, which is fine. Again, it could be one viewer and however many likes. But at the end of the show, if the likes and the viewers match, everybody in the stream wins. So even if you only pop in for 1 second, make sure you hit that like button. And you have a chance of winning. Jason, 2001 Cadillac Eldorado, the black one. Nice. Just so you know, I have the Shaggin' Wagon, the 2017 Chrysler Pacifica. The Shaggin' Wagon. So yeah, shout out your car in the chat if you like. All right. Yeah, you got it, Azir. No problem. And there it is. You're already blue. Look at that. Nice and quick. All right. So let me go ahead and jump into... Let me show you here. We got the Dave's archives or the archives. It's like to call it. But anyway, here is a video that I have, just a little bit of a video I have that's coming out at 5 o'clock in the morning, I think, Eastern Standard Time. So if you want to watch a video with your coffee or with your morning business or whatever, just know this one's coming out in the morning, give you something to look forward to. I'm not going to show you the whole thing, obviously, because that would ruin it. But here's a minute or two. Check it out. Here it is. And this isn't really way back, Dave's archives. This is from today, actually. Roll it, Dave. All right, so let's see if we can get this monitor going. Come Insta360 Go 1 up here, but well, I don't think I can get that going. Dang it, I had it charged up. All right, well, anyway, we're going to try the Bugs 8 here again, the Infinity Pro version with the Insta360 Go 200, the Dave Yourself version. We're just going to fly it around here.
And the backyard a little bit, nothing crazy. I was hoping to also get this monitor going. It did hook up earlier when I had it plugged in, but now that I've got it unplugged, it's not working. So the Insta360 Go 2 I have right here, not going to really work on that so much, but we'll go ahead and at least get a chance to film this. And you can see my face there. Hey, how you doing? So we're going to see how this thing works and flies with this. So here we go. Let me go ahead and turn this
You know you like those camo
camera
drops.
on, I guess. Yeah. Now it looks like it just turned off. All right, let me try to find a right controller for that one. Is it this one? Nope, that's the other one. I got my neighbors over there making a dang noise. Sounds like I live in the damn projects. I don't, but you know, neighbors. All right, so we got a little sprinkling going on. All right, go ahead and record that. Got a little sprinkling going on here. All right, so you can kind of see the monitor there. I'm just going to do the old. Okay. Yeah.
All right, so that's all I'm going to give you there. A little morsel. I fly it up the street. I fly it down the street. I fly it into a tree, maybe. If you've seen my videos, I mean, you know what to expect. Will it end up upside down at some point? Probably. But just so you know, that video is coming out in the morning about 5 o'clock. So I was going to post it like right after the show, but then I did that last week and it stole some viewers from Ryan's show because people are so interested in my channel. So I was like, let's give Ryan a free run. Let's get him as many subs as he can, viewers as he can, without being bothered by me putting out a video. Because I know he worries about that every day. Oh, I'm not going to sleep tonight because Dave put out another video. I'm really crushing on my content. No, he's not doing that at all. Why would he? All right, so let's go ahead and let's see. We're like 12 minutes out. We have not had one smoke machine. Fart machine's been pretty light right now. You know what? Let's go ahead and just try to throw one more up there. Why not? Because the whole night's been gremlin related with bingo. Let's go and jump into some bingo one last time. By God, up smoke machine. I'm ready to fire you off. Come on now. Let's do this. All right. We got a couple of folks here that are up for some extra fat bingos tonight. We've got 3 pulls so far. This might be our last one. And this is kazoo worthy. That's right. Oh, that's the 8 ball. 8 ball says we're going to be able to fire off the smoke machine, but so far not so much. Here we go. You know what? I'm not even going to go safety rubber. No rubber on this one. Just straight spinning it. Quick kazoo, quick spin. Let's do it. There we go. That's how we do. You like that kazoo better? More of a hum? Is that you like that? All right, here we go. This one is a B7. B7. Who's B7? B7 is Garrett being Garrett. Wow. God dang it. I think this is a long time. This is the first show in a long time we have not had a bingo winner. Garrett, you still get yourself a minute, though. So there you go. You got 53 seconds left. We'll find out what happens. Victor, hey, how you doing, sir? Good to see you. Thank you so much. Tell me a dirty joke, Venice. Why did the prostitute bring a ladder to work? She wanted to take her business to a whole new level. All right. Little better. Little better. Yeah. We'll come up with some better jokes. Maybe I'll just come back to the standard jokes. We'll see. But with AI, soon they'll have an avatar actually telling jokes on the screen. But right now, I just thought I could capture that other screen, try a little AI action, see what happens. Again, GPT on my phone. They weren't horrible. They weren't great, but they weren't horrible. But gosh, Copilot on the laptop, not great. Like, it's like bring your dad to joke to work day. Oh, here we go. All right, so Garrett being Garrett, I don't show you in here. Gosh, dang it. I don't think we're going to get a chance to fire up the smoke machine tonight. Bullshit. I'm going to fire that thing off for no damn reason. And can we go sparkles? There we go. We're going to go sparkles too. Sparkles and smoke machine, might as well. Absolutely ridiculous. We didn't get to fire up any smoke machine tonight. Redonkulous. Let's go ahead and shoot it on up so we get more sparkles. There we go. That's fun. All right, so we got a little smoke machine tonight. Had to force it. Gah! Horrible. Horrible. All right, that's enough of the sparkles. That's enough of the sparkles. All right, damn caps lock. Soon we can have Dave Avatar and Sun Show. Yeah, soon. Yeah, you won't have to look at my ugly mug. You'll just see my avatar. If you happen to see my Facebook post, you saw my little Dave Yourself avatar I put up there. So, yeah, maybe that'll be it. Smoking out with Dave. Wreck 'em Roy. Good to see you, Roy. Thank you so much, man. Godfire, there you are. Keith, we just shouted out your kid here a second ago. Where's old Garrett at? He just won in bingo. You need to text him, let him know. Damn it, Garrett. You won in Dave's show again tonight, and you weren't there. Everybody was so disappointed. Text him that. Text him that exact message. And see Garrett go, eh. You mean Dave from the Dave Yourself? Eh. But Garrett, you could have won some realistic dog poo. Really? That'll get him. Barry, good to see you. How you doing, sir? It's snowed for, I'm snowed in for tomorrow, working from home. Oh, snowed in. Yikes. Yeah, it's that time of year, folks. It ought to be crazy. It ought to be pretty crazy for me next week as well, trying to give away this gift. We'll see about how that works. Like I said, I've got some things in my head. I'm going to continue to noodle them out throughout the week and see what we come up with, but something entertaining will, in fact, occur because I have more stuff than I know what to deal with. Where does everyone live in getting in 10 inches of snow? Not sure, but Lori, I'm in Georgia. Buford, to be exact. But yeah, no snow here just yet, but it's coming. Crazy Quad, brother. P3's in the house. What's up, everybody? Hey, man. Good to see you. Welcome to the show. First time I've seen you in the show. Greatly appreciate it. Because of that, I'm going to reward you by giving you that blue wrench. There's nothing like being blue in a world of black and white. So blue it is. Coming for you, my friend. There he is. Garrett finally shows up. There we go. Garrett, you won tonight in bingo. You weren't here. You don't get the realistic fake dog poo I just got in. It's super realistic. Super realistic. Not the little coily, plastic. No. Long lumps, squishy, got that glisten to them. Oh, they're perfect. But you have to wait till next week. But thank you, Keith, for texting Garrett to let him know that he won in bingo. Garrett, you got to be here every show, man. Every show. All right, but glad to see you, man. I'm glad you showed up when you did. So thank you so much for that. But we are getting ready to roll up here. So let me go ahead and just so you know, here's the big list again for the end of the year. Let's get back into that big list. Here we go. Here's the big list for the end of the year. One last time. We have 28 contestants. Technically 29 because I need maybe even 30 or 32. I need to go through the rest of the Dave Yourself Galaxy list because I did not go through all of those because Boss is in fact on that list and he is not on this list. So Boss 223, just know you do have an entry in fact coming and that will be on the next list. But as far as this official list, based on my current calculations, this is it. And the numbers in front of the person are the entries that they have, and the entries on this list are 175. So minus Boss 223, that'll be into 176. Anyway, boiling it down, it's going to be about probably close to 200 entries that I'm going to have to try to deal with to draw one to find out if it's you that's the big winner. Hopefully I'll be doing that next weekend. We'll see. I'll be noodling out the idea all week, and then Saturday will probably be a full day of trying to make that happen. And then Sunday, we'll be compiling that video, hopefully, and getting it to you. If the weather happens to be Crapsville, well, We'll just have to push it back to the weather's not Crapsville, because this is going to be an outdoor activity. So we'll see. Last time I did just a bingo pull thing because it was nice and easy. We had crap weather. I don't want to do that again. Just pulling we already do the bingo wheel. I want something more elaborate, more difficult for me, but more fun for you to watch, So that's what's coming. Like I said, I've got some things in the noodle here that I'm going to try to knock out and figure out what exactly we're going to do, but it will be entertaining nonetheless. Money guaranteed. Money back guarantee if you're not entertained. All right, but for now, we're running out of time here, so we're about 4 minutes out. So let's go ahead and jump into that final thanks for watching thing here. Jump into that chickadee chat and the scroll here. Where am I? Bam, there I am. There's that PayPal there if you guys are interested for donating for the next big prize that's coming out. Because again, anything you donate to the show goes right back to you in prizes. Does not go to me in any way, shape, or form. So just, there's that. All right, let's go ahead and scroll up here, and we'll just start at the bottom and work our way up. So Smoky Mountain, good to see you, man. Crazy Quad, thank you so much for showing up. Just so you know, Crazy Quad, since you haven't been to the show before, if you haven't liked yet, right now we're at 29 viewers, 26 likes. If at the end of the show, the viewers and the likes match, everybody in the chat wins. That means you as well, even if it's your first show. So that's all that matters. We'll talk about more about the Dave It Yourself Galaxy and how you be part of that if you want to get entries in here. Just know if you are part of the Dave It Yourself Galaxy, a few of you already have some ticks on here, but folks such as Boss223, not on this list. He does get himself a tick for being a part of the Dave It Yourself Galaxy, so that's coming up. We'll have a revised list, not as fancy as this one next week, but we'll be pulling them out. So don't worry, if your name's on this list, you deserve a big pink palm ball with your number out, you'll get it, trust me. Don't worry. All right, so we're scrolling up here. So good night to you, everybody there. Shadow Ops, good night to you, sir. Thank you so much. Aerospace Matt, good to see you. CTRC Flying, last word was weak from Copper. Yep, it was Copper, in fact. And CTRC Flying, we didn't actually pull your name in bingo tonight. So that doesn't matter anyway. So, but get ready. Maybe there's another secret word at the end of the show tonight. We'll find out. I haven't decided. We'll find out. So CTRC, good to see you. Thank you so much. You were right about the answer being Copper from last week. You were in fact correct with that, sir. Mom, there you go. Good to see you, Mom. Crazy Quad, Lori, good to see you. Thank you so much, and thank you so much for your help. And with tonight, Godfather, thank you so much. We saw Garrett being Garrett as well, also popping in here. So thank you so much. Wreckham Roy, good to see you. Paul McNeil, good to see you, my man. Wow, Bill. Who else we got here? Boss Azir was in the house. Good to see you, man. Thank you so much again. Make sure that you've liked the video here tonight. So in case everybody gets a chance to win, now we're at 25 and 30. So hopefully it'll be 30 and 30 when it's all said and done. We'll find out if you're part of the Dave Yourself Galaxy. You'll get a text shortly thereafter to confirm that. So scrolling up here, Jet Tech Don, good to see you. Jason Hansen, good to see you. Thank you so much. Victor RC Jets, good to see you. Barry Campbell, good to see you. Keith, good to see you. Jeff and Laura Alabama, good to see you. CTRC, good to see you. Let's see, Love RC, good to see you. We are saying goodnight to Aerospace Matt. Jet Tech, Wild Bill, Boss 223, there's Boss. Love RC, good to see you. Who else here? Barry Campbell, of course, always good to see you, my man. Michael Wright, so good to see you. Thank you so much for being here tonight, as always. Jeffrey Lower Alabama, kiss it in, already said goodnight to you. Love RC. Who else? Paul Ballard out there, whoever you are, good night to you, sir. Paul McNeil, Jason Hansen, Rich M in the house, good to see you, sir. Rogers, Kenny Rogers, good to see you, man. Lori, thank you so much for being here. I think Barb was in the house earlier, so say good night to her as well. And scrolling on up. Rogers, Aerospace Matt, Michael. Yeah, I think we got about everybody here. Sherry Everett, there's Sherry. Good night. Thank you so much for being here. Greatly appreciate it. Let's see who else we got. Scrolling up. Dead Stick, Bobby was in the house. Thanks so much, Bobby, for being here. Slap Nuts, thank you so much, Slap Nuts, for being here. Greatly appreciate that. Let's see who else we got here. Barb, we say goodnight to, and that's as far as that's gonna let me scroll. Well, there we go. Rolling it on up. There we go. Look forward to next week, folks. Everybody, pray for good weather. Hopefully we get a chance to get this out here. This will be a super fun, exciting time. So thank you so much for everybody being part of the Dave Yourself channel. Another Sundave at 7. I think I'm going to change it to Sundave. It's easier to say than Sunday sit down at 7. Sundave at 7. I like it. I don't know. We'll see. But until next time, if you're interested in donating to PayPal, just know those prizes will get back to you. But until next time, I am out of here. Happy New Year to everybody. See you next week. And good luck with all that snow and wacky weather we've got coming up here, and whatever else we got coming up in 2025. It ought to be interesting. Mark my words. So until next time, I am out of here. Persephone.
Fun stuff. Of course, we've got good things like bingo. Of course, we got that coming up. We also have.
Dang it, Dave! I missed you live again.